The hottest ice in the universe? Discover ice that burns.
Picture this. You're out in the vastness of space, between the stars, where it's unimaginably cold. You'd expect any ice out here to be frozen solid, colder than anything on Earth. But what if I told you there's ice out there that's hot? Super hot, like thousands of degrees. It's true, scientists have found a type of ice called superpowers ice. It's not like the cubes in your freezer. This ice is squashed under such extreme pressure it gets super hot, yet it doesn't melt. Inside this bizarre ice, the oxygen atoms form a solid lattice, and the hydrogen atoms, get this, flow like liquid. It's almost like it's both ice and water at the same time. But here's the kicker. This superpowers ice could make up the majority of some ice giant planet's inner layers. Imagine a vast ocean of burning ice, hidden deep inside Neptune or Uranus. It's a kind of wild, fiery ice that would burn to the touch if you could touch it without, being in space without a suit and all. Isn't the universe full of mind-blowing stuff?
The honey that hallucinates? Dive into the strange world of mad honey.
What if I told you that not all honey is created sweet and innocent? Strap in, because you're about to discover mad honey, one of nature's most bizarre sweets. In the mountains of Nepal and Turkey, there's a type of rhododendron flower that contains a mind-bending toxin. When bees collect nectar from these flowers, the honey they produce isn't just a sweet treat, it's a psychedelic delicacy. Consumed in small quantities, mad honey can cause lightheadedness and sometimes even a mild high. But don't go foraging just yet. Too much of this honey, and you'll be in for a lot more than you bargained for, including serious health effects like dizziness, nausea, and irregular heart rhythms. Now, this isn't your average breakfast spread, and it's historically been used in traditional medicine and even as a weapon during wars. So next time you drizzle that golden nectar over your pancakes, remember the wild side of honey that can literally turn your world upside down.
The waterfall that defies gravity? Find out where water flows upward.
Get ready for a twist in the tale of gravity. Would you believe me if I told you that somewhere on Earth, water doesn't flow down but actually flows up? Yes, you heard that right, upward. This gravity-defying act can be witnessed at a place called the Devil's Kettle in Minnesota. It's here where the Brule River splits into two. One side flows downstream like any normal river, but the other side does something extraordinary. It plunges into a hole and seems to vanish into thin air. But that's not all. During strong wind conditions, there's a waterfall in Australia called Walleman Falls, where water is sometimes caught by gusts of wind, so it appears like it's being pushed back up. Now, the water isn't really defying gravity. It's just an illusion created by the powerful updrafts. But it's a sight to behold and a testament to the incredible wonders nature can conjure. Wind, water, and gravity come together to create a scene so surreal, you'd have to see it to believe it. Next time the wind blows through your hair, just imagine it's strong enough to lift a waterfall. Nature truly has some mind-boggling tricks up its sleeve.
Microscopic zombies, frozen in time, unearth the tiny giants under ice.
Okay, so picture the coldest place you can imagine. Now go even colder, to the icy depths of Siberia. Buried beneath this frosty landscape is something almost out of a sci-fi movie. It's a tiny microbe, but don't let its size fool you. It's an ancient giant of resilience. Trapped in the permafrost for tens of thousands of years, these prehistoric bacteria are not lifeless. They're merely suspended in time, like microscopic zombies waiting for their cue to awaken. Once the ice that encases them melts, these microbes come back to life, as if they never skipped a beat. It's as if they've been given the secret to immortality, locked away under layers of ice and soil. These ancient organisms could hold the key to understanding life's persistence and maybe, just maybe, to unlocking mysteries of longevity and survival. This fact isn't just cool, it's ice cold and mind-blowing, shaking what we know about life and time.
Is this insect a real-life superhero?
Get ready for this, because there's an insect out there that might make you think of your favorite comic book superhero. I'm talking about the ant, but not just any ant. The Saharan silver ant. Now, why would I say it has superpowers? These tiny creatures live in one of the harshest places on Earth, the Sahara Desert, where temperatures can soar up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius. while other creatures find shade or burrow underground to escape the intense heat. Saharan silver ants take a different approach. They have special silver hairs that reflect sunlight, almost like wearing a tiny, shiny armor. It doesn't just make them look cool, it actually helps them survive the scorching desert heat. It's like their own little supersuit. Not only that, but they're also super fast. Need to dash across the desert to find food while avoiding the heat. No problem. These ants can run at speeds that would be like a human running over 200 miles per hour. So the next time you see an ant and think it's nothing special, remember the Saharan silver ant, a real desert superhero.
Did you know cats have a secret zipper?
Hey, ever noticed how your feline friend can squeeze through the tightest spots, or the fact that they almost always land on their feet? Well, there's another super cool fact about cats that might just blow your mind. Cats have a unique feature in their anatomy called the flexible clavicle, or basically a floating collarbone. This special zipper lets them contract and expand their shoulders so they can slip through places that look impossibly small for them. The clavicle bone doesn't connect with other bones but is attached to the muscles of the shoulder region. This means they can literally shrink their shoulder width when they need to make a quick escape or explore. But wait, it's not just about being escape artists. This flexibility also contributes to their renowned 9 lives. The suppleness of their body gives them the incredible ability to twist and turn while falling, letting them land gracefully on their feet. So next time your cat does something that leaves you scratching your head, remember, they're equipped with their very own natural zipper. Isn't that just perfect?
The unseen champions of Earth?
Imagine something so small that you can't see it without a microscope, but so powerful that it can shape our entire planet. I'm talking about microorganisms, the tiny life forms that are everywhere around us, from the deepest oceans to the highest mountains. But here's the incredible part. These microorganisms, specifically bacteria, have a hidden superpower. They are the masters of the Earth's recycling system. Bacteria break down dead plants and animals into nutrients, making the soil fertile again for new life to grow. Without them, the Earth would be like a giant landfill with waste that never goes away. Moreover, some bacteria have a talent for cleaning up oil spills or even radioactive waste. Yes, these tiny creatures can gobble up pollution and leave the environment cleaner. Bacteria don't just live off the land, they protect and renew it, playing a role so crucial that without them, the cycle of life on Earth would literally come to a standstill. So next time you think of superheroes, remember these microscopic marvels, the real guardians of our planet.
Can water catch fire? The phenomenon under the sea.
Here's a fact that might sound like it's straight out of a fantasy novel. There's a place in the ocean where water burns. Yes, you heard that right. There is fire in the water. But how? Deep beneath the sea, there are cracks in the Earth's crust called hydrothermal vents. Superheated water, packed with minerals from the Earth's interior, shoots out of these vents, and when certain chemicals in this mineral-rich water come into contact with cold ocean water, they create a flammable substance. Now imagine this. A robot submarine is exploring the depths of the ocean. It stumbles upon one of these vents and all of a sudden finds itself surrounded by what looks like an underwater fireworks show as flames appear to dance through the water. This might sound like a danger zone, but it's actually full of life. Extremophiles, or life forms that thrive in extreme conditions, call these vents home. They can live without sunlight, relying solely on the chemicals in the water for energy, which is a process called chemosynthesis. So while it might sound unbelievable, there's a whole ecosystem that exists in a place where water burns. It's just another example of how life can adapt to the most unexpected conditions, and how much mystery our own planet still holds.
The bird who tricks bees.
What if I told you that there's a bird out there who's a master of deception so clever that it can steal honey straight from a beehive? Meet the honey-guide bird, a small but smart feathered friend living in Africa. Unlike bears who might use brute force to get honey, honey guides have a unique approach. They've developed a special call that grabs the attention of humans nearby. When the local people hear this call, they know it's time for an adventure. The honey guide leads them right to a beehive. Now, You might be wondering, why would it help humans? Here's the twist. Once the people gather the honey, they leave behind some delicious leftovers, which the honey guide gladly gobbles up. It's like they have an unspoken deal with humans. The honey guide doesn't just find food, it actually teams up with another species to benefit from their hard work. It's a partnership that has been passed down for generations, and scientists think this unique relationship might be thousands of years old. So next time you enjoy a sweet spoonful of honey, remember the clever bird that outsmarts bees and creates a buzz with teamwork.
Did you know owls can't move their eyes?
Here's something that might surprise you. Owls have tube-shaped eyes that are completely fixed in their sockets. That's right. Unlike humans, owls can't roll or move their eyes up, down, or side to side. But don't feel too bad for these feathery friends, because they have a super cool adaptation to make up for it. Owls can rotate their heads about 270 degrees. This means they can look behind their shoulder without turning their body, which is pretty handy for spotting sneaky snacks or keeping an eye out for danger. The reason they can do this is that they have extra vertebrae in their necks. Next time you see an owl, imagine only being able to look straight ahead and having to turn your whole head to glance around makes you appreciate those wiggly eyes of yours, doesn't it? Follow me for more fun facts.